Choma, you're up next. Unmute, introduce yourself to the captain. Before you take the floor. By the way, Choma, there's something that's always mystifies me about you, captain. So let me just ask it. I know you shy away from being called a prince, but you are from royal stock in Kano. But then you come from your royal stock in Kano, which is a custodian of so many things within that space. But then you are also a Christian. So how did that happen?
Well, I it's quite I don't know how it happened. I think I think it was the calling. I don't know. I don't know what it happens, but it just happened. I
Okay.
can't give you. There is a long. There's of course there is a lengthy history that if I start giving you would take probably till the next day on how uh, my dad was living with his grandfather, and he wasn't happy living with his grandfather because his dad died, and then he was living in the palace and he was not treated good, and then he was going to, and at that time um to encourage uh, people to encourage the people to go to school, the western school, they mandated that somebody from the royal family must go to school to show that there's nothing bad in going to school, in going to western education. And so my dad was chosen to go to school, and the schools that were there then were mostly the missionary schools and the government schools. So he went to the missionary school, and so the missionaries, he saw the love they showed him, and of course, unfortunately, he wasn't shown that same kind of love in where he was growing with his grandfather, and so he eventually ran and stayed with a missionary lady, and then the rest is history.
All right, because that mystified me. Because of course, the Kano stool is one of the custodians of the faith, and then
Yeah.
for one of their bloodline to be a Christian, I wasn't quite sure how to balance that. But Choma, you're up
But
next. Go on.
Wama, you don't know how I'm smiling with this praise, with all this his analysis. I'm just smiling here. I just love what he's just dishing out now, and I'm very happy for that. I'm really very happy. He's a true Nigeria for sure.
Yes, of course. He's married to a Southeasterner, lives in Lagos. Everybody lives. Lagos is probably the safest place in Nigeria anyway. I think as of now. And the problem, we are going to ask you about Dirty December in a
But
moment. But before we get,
before he goes, he must tell us where he's marrying from the east. I would really want to
Hey,
know
Kenny,
where
hey,
he's
it's
Kenny,
not
don't
marrying
you give
from.
us
Anambra.
chance now? We are
It's
waiting.
not it's not Anambra. Don't worry. Not everything is Anambra now. But he will tell you, I'm sure. But Chioma, probably Mbese, because Chioma is from Mbese, and that's where all the pretty women come from. Chioma, you're up next.
Hi, good evening.
Hello.
So, I wanted to ask you, um, since you said that you're a true Nigerian, who did you vote for in the last election?
It's supposed to be private,
Yes,
Oh,
a
but
personal.
now it's private.
I can tell you the person I voted for didn't win.
Atiku, right?
No, I'm not going to say. Look, I don't believe Atiku would have won. Did I vote for? Okay, I voted. I didn't vote on party lines. I
Uh-huh.
voted for individuals. So I think
Okay.
if I remember very well, I think I voted a different party in Lagos for governorship, for senators, and for
I'm
House
talking
of
about
Reps.
presidential.
About
I don't care.
presidency, I can't remember seriously.
Oh, now you have selective amnesia. Okay. So,
No, but that's a very personal question anyway.
Intelligent guy.
Yes.
no, it's just because he says a true Nigerian. So I'm like, well, if you're a true Nigerian, you would tell us you will be bold and
Okay,
mighty.
okay. No, I'm a true Nigerian, and all the candidates were Nigerians.
Okay.
There was nobody that wasn't Nigerian anyway, right?
Tell her you voted for Peter Obi. That's what she wants to hear. That's what will make her
Okay,
happy.
sure.
But to your question, I if Peter Obi has selected somebody different for
Mm-hmm.
his running mate, I probably would have campaigned for him.
That means you didn't vote for Pitobi. So anyway, I
No,
have
I
another
said I
question.
probably would have campaigned for him. I didn't say I probably would have voted for him. I said if you have chose a different running mate, I probably would have campaigned for him.
Me too. Either way it goes, I would still campaign for him. So that means you didn't vote for him.
But
So
that he was intelligent. Now why not as
No,
why
no,
not
no,
as
oh,
that's
no,
what
no.
I'm saying.
Ekene, settle
That's
down
what
now.
I'm saying. He didn't
No,
vote for Pitobi.
I will tell you why I think that is very intelligent, extremely polished, and I like him. I know him personally, but he wasn't fit for the purpose. Look at the two structures. Look at the two that you have. Is you just have to be a strategist. First, Peter Obi is going to be a difficult sell for the core north. So
Mm.
you need to have uh, somebody that can take that. I would say take that face for you in the core north. And I was surprised that his advisors gave him the advice to take that is a good man, but he needed somebody that can that because it's a hard sell. It will be a hard sell for the core north. Of course, the educated elites will probably accept him, and the truth of the matter is Peter Obi will be a very good president because I believe he's a straightforward person. I know him personally. I when he was the governor, I know he will be a straightforward person, not because of where he comes from, but because of his personality and the business he has run. He could be, but I think the strategy he did, I think was definitely bound to fail. But you can see that he even gathered more votes. But I think his choice for vice president was was not well thought of.
But don't you think that's sorry?
Sorry, I think that was what was available for him. I think he went as
No,
far as Kwakwanso, and then he went to a guy called Shagari in Sokoto, and they were, well, because they didn't rate him really until the phenomenal results. But
or
So
don't you
I
think
have
it's a reflection of his political judgment, his
Well,
ability to make good
that
decisions
is
and
why
stuff like that?
that is why I said that he needs to move more to the center. Believe me, if he had moved more to the center and he had talked to the core politicians in the north, he would have come up with a better candidate.
so